حبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. يروي الإمامان البخاري ومسلم كل في صحيحه عن عبد الله بن عمر رضي الله عنه قال. The hadith tonight is a collection of both Bukhari and Muslim. It's narrated to us by Ibn Umar, Abdullah ibn Umar ibn Khattab, Umar ibn Khattab's son, the known Sahabi and the known Faqih. This is one of the shortest ahadith that exist in these collections. It's very short. I don't even know if it qualifies as a hadith. Like some scholars have argued that this is more of an athar than it is a hadith, but I think it's a hadith, and I'll tell you why once I narrate it to you. It's very short. This is the theme of significance of Masajid. And I'm just looking at this topic from as many angles as I can possibly look at it from, hopefully encouraging you to do the same, and hopefully our Masajid can transform slowly to what the people actually need them to be. This is what he said رضي الله عنه. قال عن عبد الله بن عمر أنه قال أنه كان ينام وهو شاب أعزب لا أهل له في المسجد أو في مسجد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. That's it. Said, this narration is that Abdullah ibn Umar used to sleep when he was a young single gentleman who had no family. He didn't have a wife and children. He was still kind of a young person. That he would sleep in the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ sometimes. He would sleep there. He would be out and he'd go sleep at the masjid. Now, I don't necessarily think that we should open our masajid as any part-time motels. That's not what I'm encouraging here. But what I want to draw your attention to is that the Muslims at the time were comfortable enough to do this. Like the Muslims of that time were comfortable enough to go and sleep at the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ. They didn't feel that was a problem. And the Prophet ﷺ himself didn't think it was a problem either. That's why this is a hadith. We call this a hadith because the Prophet ﷺ was aware of that. It didn't come out and say, Abdullah, go home. You're not allowed to be here at this hour. He didn't do it. He allows Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Umar al-Khattab and other Sahaba to sleep in the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ when needed. And this is just another example, yet another example of how the masjid was whatever people needed it to be during their time. Like it served whatever purpose people needed it to serve for them. And it was there for them in whatever capacity that they required. And that's what masajid is supposed to do. They're supposed to reflect the needs of a society. They're supposed to reflect the requirements of a community. What do we need? What do our youth need? What do they want? How are we going to make sure that this is imagine that. A young man is comfortable enough, if he can't go home, he comes to a masjid and just lies and sleeps. He's safe enough to do it. He's comfortable enough to do it. And he's welcomed enough to do it. You understand what I'm trying to point out here? These are the points that matter in this story. Not that he slept. I don't think today we should have our masajid open for people to sleep in them. I don't. I honestly don't. I'm not encouraging that at all. This masjid will not be a place for you to sleep. It won't. Just for other reasons. It's not a requirement. But what should masajid actually be? What should they be? The question is, what do people require? What are the necessities, the needs of this community? That's what it should be. At that time, that was one of the services the masjid could offer to people. So it offered it. We can't turn our masajid into libraries. We can't turn them into we can't make them into what we want them to be. They have to be what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala designed them to be, which is a service area for the community to be in. And I love this hadith because it's so short, but it carries within it so much depth when you actually think about it. And I hope that's something worthy of, and I hope inshallah our youth, our young people are as comfortable in these masajid as Abdullah ibn Umar was in the masjid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. يروي الإمامان البخاري ومسلم كل في صحيحه عن عبد الله بن عمر أنه كان ينام وهو شاب أعزب لا أهل له في مسجد النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاكم الله خيرا. بارك الله فيكم. I hope you have a nice night. We will see you inshallah guys next week inshallah ta'ala. Come on time at 6:30. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.